I got this unfinished wood birdhouse from Dollar Tree. They have a few different styles to choose from, but they are all about the same size. I'm going to start by painting it with some Wise Owl Higgins Lake. I just love this color for the springtime and also on pretty much any of the birdhouses. I have this wood board that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's about 16 inches in diameter, and I'm just measuring the inside part of the sign, and I have this contact paper that I'm going to lay on top of my circle. And I'm just covering the entire thing, and I want to make it nice and tight because I'm just trying to get a circle that will fit the inside of my board only. And I'm just cutting that with a razor blade. I'll dispose of any excess, and then I'm just going to lay that down so the inside surface is covered with the contact paper. And I'm just going to go around the edge of the board where you see the unfinished wood, and I'm going to paint that with the Wise Owl Higgins Lake. Now, the point of the contact paper is when I paint the inside portion, I don't have to worry about not getting any paint on the inside, as the white part is already finished. I did get a little bleeding, but I just took a paper towel right away and just wet it, and the paint came right up. Now, when my birdhouse had dried, I decided to add some stripes to the top of it. You can do a different color, you could do a stencil, you could really design this however you want. And I'm just going to design the stripe spacing with some painter's tape. And then I'm going to use some Wise Owl Snow Owl for the stripes. And once the paint was fully on and that area was covered, I'm going to then remove the painter's tape. I'm going to set that aside, and I found this small little branch outside, and it was just the perfect size. I'm going to glue that down and put it towards the bottom section of my board. And you can trim any branches that may be hanging over too much. And then I'm going to sit my birdhouse on the left side of the branch, so it almost looks like the birdhouse is sitting on the branch. I have this mesh stencil. It's called Nest. It can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And it just has a lot of cute little words on it, and I'm going to just cut out the words that I would like to use on my project, and that's going to be Bless Our Nest. There's also a section that says love grows best in little houses just like this. Just a very cute springtime mesh stencil. So I'm going to take my straight edge and place it at the top here so that I can place down my mesh stencil as straight as possible. Now there's a white protective backing that covers the adhesive side, and you're going to peel that off and lay your stencil on your surface. Now you want to keep that back covering because these are reusable if you wash them properly. And you just want to rub it down to make sure your entire stencil is making contact with your surface. Now I'm just going to be using some of the black ceramic paint that's under the mesh stencil mediums on our webpage. And this is one of the mediums that works well with the mesh stencils. You can also use the chalk paste, but just remember chalk paste is washable. It's meant to be wiped off. So if you want to change your message on a board, you can do that with the chalk paste. And I have a silicone applicator that helps spread the paint onto the mesh stencil. And I'm going to cover all of my areas on my mesh stencil. And once I lift that stencil up, I want to either wash it right away, place it in water until I can wash it, or you can even use some baby wipes to get the excess paint off. I have this small wood bird that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint it using some Wise Owl chocolate. And then I decided to take a little bit of white and do a little whitewash on my birdhouse and along the edge of the board. I'm just doing a very small amount of snow owl. You want almost like a dry brush, and you just want to add it on that way. I'm going to glue the bird on the front of the birdhouse with some hot glue, and I'm also going to add a little bit of snow owl to my bird as well. I created this small little bow And I'm just going to place that in the top left corner of the board using some hot glue. And there you go. Now we just have this really cute Bless Our Nest door hanger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.